Welcome! For those of you that were here previously, what? Oh man, I completely forgot to start the stream a moment ago. I was like rolling the I was oh man, I was like working on the scene doing the scene transitions, making sure we were not on the pre-roll, on the out of game overlay, and then I realized, wait a second, there's no green light. Why is there no green light? Anyhow, I'm like looking for the stream and I'm like, it's been 2 minutes since I started it. Where is it? No, Zeno, you did not actually click start. Oh man. Alright, well, there is a 2-minute delay, so... Oh, what happened to their guy? Where'd he go? Let's try this again. Their streamer is... Are they not having a streamer? Or is their guy... I'm confuzzled. I do not know. Okay. Alright, so they are not going to have a streamer. I guess they were just going to stream if there was no stream to begin with. And I think the stream should be up now. I think it's been 2 minutes since I clicked start. It says it's running, so that's a good sign. Landfear says he's ready, and we will get this one rolling then. Starting off this... Oh, that's not what I was looking for. Huh. Okay. So I guess they haven't updated their profile banner. But anyway, starting off this best of 5 for... what was their ID? Atlantic Canadian StarCraft Society. As the yellow Protoss, it is Observer. And in the bottom left, as the orange Terran, for Alpha X Nerazim, it is Landfear. Okay, let's switch these colors. And it's a best of 5. Probe Scout. Gateway. So, standard opener on both sides from the looks of it. Could still be something from really either side, but so far standard. And yeah, okay. We're gonna see the Nexus in just a moment, as well as the Reaper and Command Center. Reaper is going to get the probe that was harassing scouting. And is gonna go out across this bottom side. Curious pathing, but I don't think that's of any consequence. Perhaps he's just looking for proxies on that side, I suppose. Adept is nice shade going to zone out this Reaper. Oh, it's gonna jump in and out and realize that's not gonna work. And with the damage, it definitely has to run. The Adept shade will complete, but I don't think it actually has vision of the Reaper, so Lanfear will not lose his Reaper yet. He'll be able to check for a third perhaps later, maybe even get back in and confirm tech. I think he did see the TC, so he knows there's no like quick Stargate that he has to be mindful of an Oracle. Now this is actually 4 gateways, so we might see some commitment to Stalker aggression in the mid-game. I'm gonna get that Robo now as well. With 4 gateways of Stalker protection, a gateway, he could perhaps blink up here and put some pressure on this tech lab. And if there's no tank out yet, or even if there's only 1 tank, he might be able to find a little bit more damage on top of that. He is going to get a sentry before Warp Tech, or as Warp Tech is completing, and so in a moment that will also have hallucination energy for providing high ground vision if he does not want to wait for a observer or warp prism. Rotating over to take the third, it looks like perhaps he just wanted an extra gateway for safety, or wants to have like a placeholder third behind whatever aggression if he is truly gunning for that. I say it's likely to be aggression because with the fast blink and the additional gateway on top of what would be standard, I think he wants to put at least pressure. I don't think he is very committed to getting damage done. And he's gonna take the third, and he hasn't really grown his Stalker count, so perhaps he's just playing extra safe. Observer, I think he picked off the Reaper with his Stalkers. Yeah, but the third is confirmed for Lanfear, so he does know that it does in fact exist. He's gonna get a missile turret. This is gonna help zone out an observer or warp prism that might want to provide high ground vision. And we are gonna see a 2 tank push with Cyclone and Medevac as well, plus the bio forces. Third CC is starting for Lanfear. There's 7 stalkers thus far. Double Forge has gone down, as well as a robotics bay. This push hasn't really been scouted though, so I think Observer is quite out of position. He has no Observer at this ramp, but yeah, I know, it was bad. And the tanks are going to siege up. This position is secured. This third is pretty much lost. Stalkers are going to get themselves a tank for their troubles, but they're not going to be able to advance into the natural. And hey, until charge is complete, Observer is not going to really have a good way of routing the Terran force. Even with charge, he doesn't have very many zealots, and he's already picked off the zealots before charge finished. Circling back behind his tanks, he's going to deal with the stalkers. He does lose a tank, but one is still here, and he still has enough bio to challenge any gateway force, looking to empower that gateway on the high ground. And he's gonna just siege this position, happy with the pressure that's putting on. Now he's going to advance. There is an Immortal, but an Immortal is not great against Marines. I mean, sure, it represents a lot of DPS, but it's no Colossus is what I'm trying to say. Gateways are unpowered, okay, 2 of them are repowered. Now, as that other pylon finishes up, he'll be good to go. With this TC falling, he won't be able to get tech for Archons if he was hoping for that. I don't think that is very relevant to the current situation, but further down the road. And Colossus is starting, but Lanfear is in a fantastic position with only 2 Immortals. He doesn't have the gateway production to support this force, and he's gonna get 4 more charge slots. They are going to buffer for the charge slots. He does get the tank, and that removes a lot of the anchor, or it removes the anchor here until these Liberators siege, actually. So now, this is Lanfear's game. This is, I mean, maybe the Colossus gets out and cleans up the Marines, and I guess the Stalkers theoretically can challenge the... oh no, there's a tank. Never mind. Ha! Thank you for fixing the stream title, Snoopy. I forgot. You guys should have seen how this started. I was talking to myself. I had thought I had started the stream, when in fact, I had not started the stream. So here I am, just like, you know, going over, oh my. No. We don't want this. I can't see what I'm doing. Okay. There's that, and then... okay, so... we'll pull up Nightshade next. Create with mod, WCS Gameheart. Oh. Oh, that's odd. Apparently the link didn't go through to the... I had a typo as well. Okay, well, that... Yeah, I forgot the H. No. Oh gosh. Oh well. Okay. There. Now it has the proper one. We are on Nightshade. Yes. Okay. Wait, where did Snowflower go? Come back here! Ah. 1 second. Where's the thingy? Oh my goodness, where? What am I doing? Ah, here we go. There we are. I think he was watching the stream and... There we go. Excellent. Okay. Alright, players are ready, loading into game. Hey, Landfear. Nice start. Alright, now we have a TVZ on Nightshade. I think this is a pretty fair map for the matchup. Both players have ways they can take advantage of the map. I think a third will be difficult for the Zerg to hold. But anyway, speaking of the Zerg, in the bottom right as the purple Zerg for Atlantic Canadian StarCraft Society, I think it was. It is Beastin. I'm just gonna call him Beast. In the top left as the blue Terran for Alpha X Nearzin, it is Snowflower. Okay. Let's... There we go. So, standard openers so far. Nothing to write home about. I did switch the overlay, yeah? Okay, cool. Raiding with a party of 18. Alright, hello everyone that was watching Swagger drink eggnog. It's me again. And, we've moved on to Alpha X ATL NA Amateur Division. You're watching a TVZ. This is game 2. The Nearzim are up a game, and it takes 3 games to win the series. Alright. We are gonna see a factory coming down, so 111 for Snowflower. Probably a Hellion opener. Doesn't have to be, but likely. We'll see just how much he commits. Reaper is being annoying. Third base has not been taken yet for our Zerg, as it is being blocked. I don't think he tried to take it yet. Oh! He does get the Reaper, so that's quite a nice pickoff for Beast, especially if he wants to take that third. He didn't actually clear the SCV though, so I feel like he's supposed to take the third. It's kind of funny, because not seeing the third is more of a tell than anything, in my mind. The 4 Lings are now going to move across the map, and there is an SCV here, so they'll find some purchase. I mean, this opener is going in favor of Beast, and the Marine is going to have to come over to shoo that away from the ramp, but he still can't really mine from this natural. Hellions are coming out, and the Hellions do represent proper defense for the natural. There are more Lings here. I feel like these are not the Lings you want. These Lings, what they feel like to me are Beast wanted to capitalize on what he perceived to be a good start to the game. And he was right. It was a good start. But I think if those had been drones, and if he had taken a third, then he would actually be in a fantastic position. But by making the Lings, and by delaying his third, I feel like... and then losing said Lings, I feel like the game is kind of evenish in an odd way. Oh no. I've been cursed by Ravi. Oh no. I didn't even try. Banshee is going to perch itself on the high ground. It's not actually safe there, but at the very least, the Zerg will not see the Banshee until it takes the first shot. There is an Overlord on the other side, but that's far away from scouting anything. A third is going down for Snowflower, and it's not that far behind the Zerg's third, which is a little bit odd. Spire is going up, and that could be a nuisance. These Lings are diving into Hellions. Is probably not what they want to do with their lives. They will get us around though, and this is nice actually. So that removes the Terran presence of the mid-game. So the creep is gonna go up unimpeded for a portion. Stim is almost done though. So with Stim, with 3 racks of production and some tanks, I think Snowflower will still have a decent push at the third. Perhaps he can siege behind these rocks, and then the Marines can go through this choke here. There are the mutas that
this better be good.
Should be in production soon. He has not seen the Spire. Oh wait, just kidding. He saw the Spire. Assuming he clicked on it. I don't know what he saw it with. I guess he scanned? Did I miss a scan? I must have missed a scan. Okay. He has a missile turret in each mineral line. He does not have a missile turret on his production, but at least his mineral lines are covered. Those are probably more important when dealing with mutas, just because your production can kind of take care of itself since your rally may or may not be in your base. 4 mutas are going to start pressuring. There's just 4 of them, and with the missile turrets he's going to be more than fine. Getting 2 SCVs to start, plus the depot and turret. This is not bad for 4 mutas. And gonna bounce the glaives onto the SCVs. 5 mutas now. But that push is coming through these rocks and the choke. And this third is... oh my. Well, those are all overlords, and they are not going to be able to fight here. Banelings do come crashing in. That's actually a respectable cleanup. I think, I think that could have been a lot worse. I don't think the Marines were split quite right, and these tanks are gone. Okay, well, yeah, mutas. This game is just not going the way Snowflower envisioned, I think. And now the mutas are shooting at the third. He can save this. It will get to high ground in time, and SCVs can come over to repair. But the Bio is still having to deal with the Ling force. 2 mines are going to help a lot with the ground force, and the missile turrets helping with the mutas, but all the Marines are gone, and this is not looking good. Repairing the turret, Snowflower is desperately hanging on to his natural, but his reinforcements are stuck. His front door is open because he has no way of getting down there. He has to kill the changelings. Very nice block coming out of Beast to deal with that. And the SCVs have all scattered because of the glaives. The mine is burrowed in the natural. And, ugh. Okay. Snowflower is in a terrible position. Yeah. I mean, he has a third base. He has the power of mules. Those are good. But this is a lot of mutas. This is a lot of Lingbane. I mean, just looking at the army supply, Beast nearly doubles Snowflower in that department. The third is about to fall, and this might be the nail in the coffin. I don't know how Snowflower recovers from this. Maybe with some miracle mine connections he can come back, but it doesn't look like that's happening anytime soon. Mutas do fly over a mine, so it's something, but there is a changeling in the pack of Marines. It will reveal itself. Just one thing about Beast that he's been doing well is his use of changelings. They were inhibiting the ramp. They've scouted very well for him on the positioning of the army, and it's been quite the nuisance for Snowflower. A fifth rather, is going up for Beast. He's really powering up into this late game, and Snowflower is still in the mid game. Like, he's just trying to establish a third base. He can't even think of tech. He doesn't have the economy that he wants to support it. We don't see anything besides Mutiling Bane yet, but 2-2 ground is nearly done for Beast and... I heard something, but I don't know what I heard. Uh-oh. Mutas are wreaking havoc in the main again, and he's gonna lose a gas geyser. 2 SCVs thus far. One Muta straying too far forward will die to the turret. And a couple other mutas, most of the mutas are dead now. So that is something. At least the air is less threatening. And I think this is where Snowflower just has to take everything he has and go across the map. I don't think that if he waits any longer, the game is going to get any better. He doesn't have engineering, or he does have engineering bays, but they're trailing quite a bit. And are those Brood? There are Brood banelings on his ramp. This is... oh boy. Oh, that was an important stand. Oh man. I don't think it will matter, as there's still a ton of Ling Bane. Oh man. Yikes. Well, Snowflower is going to tap out as Zerg crashes in. The Swarm will reign victorious. That was kind of interesting. Like, at first it's like, oh, it's just 5 mutas, and then later it's like, wait, why are there so many mutas? Okay. Well, next will be another ZVT. So let me go find those players. On Simulacrum, I believe. And we're looking at... there's 1, and there's 2. Hey? What happened? Oh, there it goes. It's just... Blizzard is so funny sometimes. Did I miss a message? Oh no, it's just that one. Okay, cool. That's fine. Game Heart, Sigil, Osiris. Okay. Osiris is ready. Just waiting on confirmation from Sigil. Ah, he needs 30 seconds. Okay. And I felt like that tank push towards the 3rd really could have capitalized on the late 3rd. But the Banelings just, like, I don't think he realized there were Banelings coming at him. Like, his Marines weren't even split. He just kind of was shooting at things, and perhaps he thought they were just lings. There is game heart on, so it's not like skins were interfering. The map is rather dark. It's kind of hard to see on Nightshade sometimes, so there is that. But anyway, that evens up the score as we're now at 1-1 for this best of 5. And you guys really want a close series. That's what the viewers want normally, right? Regardless of who you're rooting for. In any case, spawning in the upper left as the blue Terran for Atlantic Canadian Starcraft Society, it is Osiris. And in the bottom right has the purple Zerg for Alpha X Nerazim. It is Sigil with the quick pool. This is probably just a safety pool. I don't feel like Sigil is doing this because he means to commit heavily to some aggression. He's not even taking a gas. He's just going to have the quick pool, have some earlier lings, and so if there were something like proxy Raxes, he would at least have faster lings to stall out the bunker or something. And it's not the end of the world. He can still send these lings across, bypass the Reaper, and stall the CC if he gets lucky. If he makes 6 lings, he might even be able to get a momentary cancel and force it to remake on the high ground. If he gets lucky. But I don't know if... he's only making 2 lings, it looks like, so he may not even do that. He might just play defensive. I don't know. He doesn't seem to be interested in making additional lings. Where did he put his lings? There they are. I can't see the purple on the minimap. In any case, yeah, perhaps there's a Pacific Canadian Starcraft Society that we don't know about. Anyway. Hi, Pensai. You also hail from that region. I see, I see. Reaper is out, and it is gonna go across the map at last. Perhaps it stayed at home in anticipation of those lings being a little bit annoying, but there were only 2 of them. Gonna find himself a creep tumor. This is nice for the Reaper, as the tumors can no longer be cancelled due to the patch. Gonna pick off the Reaper with just his 2 lings, so that's nice for nice for Sigil. He also gets a full scout. He will lose this Overlord, but at the very least, he knows everything there is to know. So, 6 Hellions, and a third, plus the Banshee, is gonna be the tools Osiris has to work with this. Work in the mid game. Baneling Nest is nearing completion. And no lair yet. Squeezing their way through, the Hellions are going to move out. 7 they are. Where is the 8th? That is 7, right? Yeah, okay. I think I can count. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I can. It seems odd to me that there are 7, because usually you're on some even number of Hellions due to something called a reactor. I don't play Terran, so I don't actually know. One Hellion does fall, more of them now going down as the Queens and Lings are dealing with it. They do get 4 drones for their troubles, but I don't know. I feel like he really wanted more than 4 drones. It doesn't feel great for Osiris. At least his 3rd is complete. It is in orbital as well, so like he'll be in an okay position into the mid game. He's also playing mech, so in theory his army should scale decently. We're gonna see that macro hatch go down as the same time as the 4th base for Sigil. Sigil, has he seen that it is mech?
Under attack.
He doesn't have production confirmation. He might have seen enough of the units coming out of the base to infer that it is mech, but he doesn't have confirmation. Like, he hasn't seen a second factory or something in that nature, but he has not seen Marines, which he probably would have, besides that first Marine that was shooing away the Overlord. So I don't know if he knows, is what it comes down to, or what I'm trying to say. If he knows, great. If he doesn't know, Hellions are going to continue to pressure this. These Banelings do have speed, so the moment these Lings are able to surround, he'll be able to deal with the Hellions, but oh, okay, well he sees the blue flame. If he didn't know before, he certainly knows now. And the blue flame is going to make short work of the Lings, so he definitely can't extend off creep. Banshees are here, but the Overseer is as well, so Cloak is not going to save that Banshee. The other Banshee does find its way to the dark corners, dark recesses, where it can hide and scream another day. And the creep spread is actually pretty respectable at this point of the game. I think Sigil has plenty of vision, and it's going to be hard for Osiris to get rid of all of these tumors, as there is a sizable amount. Osiris is just going to... the MMR is up to 4,900. It can be lower, of course, but that is the cap, shall we say. And then Nidus is gonna go up in that corner. Tank line is encroaching though, so that was kind of costly. This Nidus has to, oh, it's Swarm Host. I see. This makes a lot more sense now. I was wondering why he was putting a Nidus over there. He has roaches, so he has some buffer against the Hellions, but this tank line is very scary, and until he gets his next wave of Swarm Hosts, It's gonna be hard for him to dislodge this mech force. Queens are helping on the side. There are some Vikings here. They're going to help. Oh, nice. I didn't see these roaches coming from the bottom. And he gets on top of all the tanks, cleans up this entire force. Sigil takes a commanding lead. Now, he does have to still do something with his swarm hosts besides that, I feel. Just to gain value out of them, but this is a huge reset on the infrastructure tech. On the complexity of Osiris's army, as this kind of mech does not build very quickly. So those tanks have been building over the course of these 10 minutes or so, and now he's even going to lose one of the add-ons for his siege tanks. In fact, he's going to lose the entire factory. Yeah, I mean, this Nidus head will be cleaned up, but the units will be safe on the other end for now. And this is going to open up the roaches to hit the 4th base. So nice denial there for the moment. Getting right in on top of the tanks. It's going to trade out these roaches. Roaches are not the most valuable of units, but I feel like maybe that wasn't ideal? I don't know. He did get some tanks, but it's okay. He's maintaining tempo more than anything, since he did clear the tanks earlier. Locusts are coming this way, but the swarm hosts, where are you going, my friend? Okay, well, it's fine. He has enough. It's unfortunate to lose some of those swarm hosts, but he gets all of the tanks, and that leaves Osiris with a very meager force. 4 tanks is good, but when that's all you have, I don't know. And he can't establish his 4th base still, as there is a small contingency of Roach Ling over here. It's also going to support a Nidus, so this Nidus will get up unimpeded, allowing for perhaps a Locust launch into the natural. Roach Ravager is sharking in the center here, and we're going to see another Nidus on this top side. Hellions are going to remove the Lings from the field of play, but the Roach Ravager force has extended into the 3rd, and so as the 4th is re-established, the 3rd is in contention yet again. The Locusts do tank for the Roach Ravager, but they're not going to find much purchase, and the Hellions are going to give chase. This is going to allow Osiris to secure his 3rd yet again, and I mean, while he's stabilizing, Sigil is on 6 bases. He does have to do something about this tank push, but he has another Locust wave, and that should be enough, I think, to send the Terran home. Getting many of the tanks in retreat, I think Sigil is going to be quite happy with his position. He is double the supply of his opponent. He has pretty much everything he wants. He even has a hive. He's going to get another Nidus head. He has Broodlords. Oh my goodness. I think this game is on its closer. Sigil has brought the GG Lords forward. Now, Broodlords are not as strong as they used to be. If Thors were out right now, I think Sigil would have to be a little bit more careful with this push, but it doesn't. They aren't out. There's no answer, and Sigil is going to take this game. Alrighty. I think that will bring out OFE. And who's their player? The Tiny on Sleepers. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay, with Gameheart. The Tiny, OFE, no, I'm not playing. Wait, is the Tiny Zerg or Proton? Oh, yeah, this is right. Zerg, Zerg. Players are ready. Launching. All systems go. Okay. So, spawning in the bottom left. Oh, overlay. Let's try this again. Spawning in the bottom left as the pink Zerg for Atlantic Canadian StarCraft Society. It is the Zerg Tiny. The Tiny. And in the upper right as the red Zerg spraying the cheese, it is Alpha X Nearzin's OFE. I think it's curious to spray the cheese and then open hatch first. Perhaps this is 3 hatch before pool. In a sense that is a cheese, but no, it is not. It's just a very standard opener, I think. So far we are mirrored. Not much to say on that. It is what it is. Standard is as standard does. The Tiny's hatch completed a hair faster than OFE's. What could this possibly mean? Okay, I'm done. ZVZ. Large map, so it will be hard to pressure the third due to the size, but it's not impossible. Lings are going out for the tiny. There are already lings for OFE working on the destructible plates. And we are going to see the Baneling nest in the back for the tiny, so he may look to get aggressive with this. I think Baneling nest in the back is different. Like, Baneling nest in the front is like, we want to hide this from you. Or, sorry, Baneling nest in the front is like, we want to show you that there is this Baneling nest so that we can deter the probability of a Ling-Bane fight. Baneling nest in the back is like, we want to hide this from you so that you don't anticipate a Ling-Bane war. At least that's how it was explained to me. Doesn't necessarily have to be, and this is not consistent. Some people just build it in one location or the other for the sake of building it in one location or the other. Ling speed has completed, and there's a healthy number of lings coming out for the tiny. This is scouted by OFE, so he should be making nothing but lings at this point. He does have his own Baneling nest. It is also in the back, and it is but it is not yet done. This third is probably gonna have to be cancelled. I don't think he's holding this. Well, on the plus side, he cleans up all of the lings. He opens up the tiny for... Like, the tiny is now going to have to make more lings, because he can't just, like... Oh, well, I guess if he full walls... Actually, is this a full wall? Maybe with a spine crawler. Oh no! Speaking of it not being a full wall, the lings have surrounded the queen. The lings are on top of the first spine. The second spine is not being addressed, but the roach warren is gonna fall. Baneling nest, banelings are connecting with the lings, and you try casting Ling-Bane. Okay, the spine crawler is out, and it's going to. Okay, well, the spine crawler is dead, and okay, well, banelings connecting with lings, but they don't quite get everything. 4 lings are still here. They're going to munch on these drones, but as the reinforcements come out, the tiny will stabilize for now. Morphing more banelings. OFE has his own lings, or more lings on the map. I don't know if he really wants to be aggressive. He is even on workers, and he has the faster third. So because he's fighting into banelings, this might be well, maybe not anymore. It may have been an okay point to transition. Okay, well, the tiny is still on the defensive, in fact. And the banelings are going to march forward, heading into the mineral line. They are going to find themselves 3... okay, so he split up his banelings, and I think if they had been together, he could have gotten, like, 7 or 9 drones. But as it is, they only find 3. Oh. Defensive banelings, trading decently. Has to be careful. OFE is going to... wow, really nice job pushing forward and pulling back, leaving a couple lings to tank the banelings. But now with roaches out, I think the time of Ling-Bane is coming to an end. There is a roach warren for OFE. He's making more lings still. I think these were already in production, so there's no sense in canceling them. He's gonna send these lings around to the third base, and perhaps he can get a cancel on that third if he goes soonish. He might be waiting to see the roaches, though. Okay, there he goes. There is the cancel, and he can't really go forward. There's the roach and bane. Actually, he can run by that now that he got rid of the bane. Run! He has these roaches he has to deal with too, though. This is awkward! He has 7 roaches about to pop, and with the support of his banelings, or of his normallings, or speedlings, he'll be able to keep this third, I think. Yeah. With the other roaches trickling in, he's fine. He does lose 4 drones for it, but that's fine. The third is denied from his opponent. OFE is in a fantastic position because he did not lose his third, because he cancelled the third of his opponent. He just needs to defend. These lings coming across are going to look to even the worker count, but the roaches are out and they're going to contest that. The queen is in the back there, and it has something to say about the lings. I thought I saw something over there, but I think it was just oh no, it is there. Oh! Nice 2-prong coming out of the tiny. As the lings run into the main to distract, OFE is not in position to defend the third mineral line. He does get 7 drones for his banelings, but I think OFE is still way ahead in workers, as there is no third base. It's been nothing but army for the tiny, and he's trying to end the game because he feels behind, but I just don't see that happening. His lings are going to find the third mineral line and get themselves a few more drones, but roaches are sharking back over, and OFE is advancing with his roaches into the natural. I don't think he needs to be here. This is unnecessary. If he picks off the roach warren, then that's great. But defender's advantage is going to favor the tiny, and I don't think, okay, well, I guess he'll retreat. Like I said, this is unnecessary. Okay, he's bringing up more roaches. This is actually a respectable amount. I didn't see that he had reinforcements coming in from the bottom side, and he will take the game now. OFE will close out the series for Alpha X Nearism with a 3-1 score, and there will be no need for an ace. Alrighty. Well played to all parties involved, and I believe there is a game next week. I want to say we have played that team before, but I can't recall who it is off the top of my head. It will be at the normal time unless otherwise noted. And yeah, that concludes this stream. Anything else I want to mention? I don't think so. Okay, cool. Thank you all for stopping by. And you can tune into this channel for other Alpha X events. Until next time.